You got your mic. Your mic's not coming in yet. It's still trying to connect. I can hear you loud and clear now.
Okay, go back one here.
But I got some more people about to jump on, man. I'm trying to help them get signed in. What's going on, Mr. Parker? How you doing, my brother?
Doing great. How you doing, sir?
Doing great, man. Good seeing you.
Good to see you too, man. Good to hear from you.
Yes, sir. This is Gerald. He's out of New York City. He's with Jan Pro as well, out of New York City.
Congrats, man. Get that money in New York.
Unmute yourself. Unmute yourself, Gerald.
I'm trying to pass this test real quick.
Oh, you got a test yet?
The Jam Pro franchise test thing.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to pass this joint real quick. So I gotta get to work tonight.
Oh yeah, yeah. Hey man, that's good, man.
Man, and I got passing scores. They did inspections on all 3 locations. I got passing scores. All clients like me.
Well, that's good.
With all of them. So
you're talking. So you went back and you talked with all the all your managers, office managers.
Yeah. Once I did it, I told them I'd reach out to them. Either if I was doing it on Sunday, I told them I'd reach out to them on Monday, just to confirm, and just if they wanted to do a walkthrough, I could stop by, we could do a walkthrough and see how everything looked. They said that everything looked great, so we in good communication and we in good standing right now because one of the accounts is about to leave.
Yeah, yeah. So you were able to save it.
Yeah,
that's good, bro. That's good. That's good. You're gonna get some top recommendations behind that one.
Man, hopefully, man. I'm trying to build these little small contracts up because that one contract killing me, that 7 days a week one. I wasn't planning on doing that.
Yeah.
When I first started. I thought I was just get some 1 day a week contracts, but that 7 day killing me right now.
Do you have anybody? Do you have anybody in mind that can help you?
Not yet. I have people in mind, but I got to make sure because that was one of the contracts that wasn't in good standings too. So I want to make sure the quality stay up before I could pass that on. So I'm gonna hold on to that one for probably like another month or two to see if I can get somebody that put that same effort I put into it.
Yeah.
So before I pass it on, because I don't want to lose it.
Yeah. So far, what's your biggest I guess issue that you're having so far, other than like the 7 day, it's kind of compounding with the 7 day a week and then trying to do these tiny ones as well.
I think it's that 2 month with no pay.
Yeah.
It's hard and without pay.
Well, like I was telling, like in one of my videos, I was talking about the business funding. Utilizing business funding at 18%, 0% for 18 months or 0% for 12 months. That can kind of help you guide you through those tough times if you don't have liquid available.
Mm.
Also, there's a company that we use on occasion. Matter of fact, I use it on my real estate side. It's called Lightstream, and they're flexible terms as well, but they're more of like an 8%, 10% type deal. But they give you the cash the next day, deposited into your account. So, you know, I mean, I understand you probably don't want to borrow money right now, but
yeah, not right now anyway. I want to make sure once the cash will start coming in.
yeah,
I was going once that, and also when I get bigger accounts, I definitely want to get some capital.
yeah.
But not right now. I don't want to just. I want to see if I could just pull it out for the next 2 months. I'm good. I'm good outside of the job, so I'm good right now. But I want to see. I want to wait toward the money get in first before I can start. 'Cause, I didn't realize how many people that was interested in getting some work. They was like, "Yo, get me with a job." I was like, "I
Oh
need to
yeah.
get some tracks."
Well, back when the pandemic was going on, no one wanted to work.
Oh yeah.
But now that the economy is not doing so great, money is drying out, money is running out. PPP loans have been used, EDIL loans have been used. Now you're starting to see people hit the workforce. We get on occasion a few people asking for jobs as well, and that's because people are actually starting to get back out here in the workforce. Especially with these layoffs, and things are inflation. Things are getting expensive. People
Yeah,
want extra income.
yeah. And I got one issue coming up right now, which I got to train somebody next week because I coach AAU basketball and we're going out to Ohio, and I won't be here the next Friday and Saturday. So
Yeah.
I need to get that, train somebody to do that. The two accounts I'm gonna do on Thursday night before I leave. The 7 day a week one, I got to get somebody to do that for 2 days, and I'm glad it's a weekend, and then I could just clean up everything on Sunday when I get back.
Yeah, yeah, I understand. My son plays AAU ball too, so we do a lot of traveling, and that's why I say, the goal should be to grow your business to where you're not working in your business, you're working on your business, and you got
Mm-hmm.
people that can work, those contracts for you, because at the end of the day, you want to be able to take a vacation, you want to be able to travel with your AAU team, you want to be able to do those types of things. So in the back of our mind, everybody should be thinking about building that business,
Oh yeah.
um, versus working in the business. Now, this is the time, this is the growing pains time for you because you want to get that first 6 to 12 months under your belt. That way, everything, the ins and the outs of the business. So when you do step away, it'll run smoothly because can't nobody pull wool over your eyes. The scope of work, how it's broken down, man hours, how it's broken down. So it's easier to run your and manage your business that way.
Yeah. And but one thing I was looking into today is I wanted to understand um what was it? It was more of employees versus contractors,
Okay,
and
so
get more detail into that on what makes somebody a contractor instead of an employee and the difference between, because I know that the government can come down on you if you're doing contractors, but they actually really employees. So I
now
wanted
see,
to search on that today.
so the difference is an employee is just like how you had a job. They told you when to come to work. They told you when to clock in, when to go to lunch. They kept a record. They told you what to do on the job. They told you how to do your job. That's an employee. A contractor, a subcontractor is someone that knows the job. You don't have to train the person. You tell the person, hey, it's an after hour job and this is when it starts. But you don't tell the person what time to show up. They come and go. As long as the job is done, they come and go and they do the job. You know.
So you give a time frame?
So the only time frame we give them is the time that they can start the clean. So say for instance, we give them the contract and says, okay, you can clean this building such and such days after this time. That's it. Now we don't manage them as far as what time they're coming to the building or whatever, what time they're showing up. That's totally up to them. Because basically they're running their own contract. But as long as it's clean before the next business day, then we're good. So pretty much you're subbing the business out for a professional, for a professional cleaner that knows how to clean the business. He's not an employee. He's not going to pick up the phone and call you and say, hey, how do I do this? They're not going to do that.
So what point would you, because I don't know.
So here's the thing. This is what we do. On large accounts that we sub them out to qualified contractors because they're large enough for us to pay them and still get our share. Smaller accounts that are like 1 day a week, stuff like that, it's 1 man hour, 2 man hours, we have employees for. So that's how we do it.
Oh man. I wonder if you can train somebody before they become a contractor and then sign.
Here's the thing you can do, and this is something new, and I'm just learning about this. You can actually have your business that you've started become a subcontractor training company. And train them and get them certified to be a subcontractor. So now as you get contracts, they're certified. You can sub those contracts directly to them because they went through your training process to become a subcontractor.
Oh.
So I've just learned that. I want to say I seen something on that today.
Yeah, I seen I forget what channel it was, but they was more discussing like if you give this person a time, they pretty much broke down if this person is an employee versus a contractor. So it was like a lot of no's. And I was like, man, you pretty much got to pick up somebody that don't know anything. Well, you got to pick up an actual professional cleaner, really. Because I was thinking about like my family members, brothers, and something like that. But they almost got to be an employee.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I mean, they could be in the cleaning business. Before they get started with you, you could train them. You could train them before you offer them a job. Train them to be a sub, and that way, when you have contracts to offer them, they'll know exactly what to do. They don't have to ask you what to do. They don't have to ask you when to come. You know, you don't have to monitor their comings and their goings. You pretty much turn the building over to them. See what I'm saying?
Man. Ooh.
Yeah, it's a fine line, man. It's a fine line between that. But like I said, we normally look for qualified cleaners that we don't have to train, that we don't have to stand over, and that we don't have to monitor their time. And it's been working out for us. But once you cross that line to where you're telling them when they have to show up to work and stuff like that, or telling them how to clean.
Yeah.
That's when you're gonna step over the line.
But how would they know?
They won't. I mean, technically, they don't know
until they file for taxes. I guess for the person filed for taxes.
So here's another thing. It's just about who you hire.
Mm.
It's about who you're hiring. So it's about who you're vetting as an individual. What are you seeking? I'm not giving you, I can't give you advice
Oh,
on what
oh
you
no.
should do. But so let me ask you this. If you found somebody that was receiving like retirement funds or social security or something like that, that only could work a certain amount of time, but they couldn't file taxes, right? But they wanted to make some extra money under the table, or they wanted to make some extra money without without crossing on over that 20-hour threshold, because I think Social Security is like 20 hours. So they can work long as they don't go over the 20-hour threshold.
Mm.
So I mean, like I said, there's some things you could do, but the contracting thing is kind of sticky.
Yeah.
It's a sticky thing. No one per se will find out, but when they start filing taxes and stuff like that, it'll come back on you if you're not careful.
Yeah. Especially one thing I see
But get
that.
with your tax professional now. Your CPA or tax professional, they can tell you exactly what to do.
Oh yeah, I'm a definitely once I get into that situation, I'm gonna start definitely reaching out to the tax professionals. Um, right now, I'm just working these 3 accounts until I can get to a point where I can just start contracting people to do them.
Yeah.
But I think right now, well, the thing, great thing I heard working that I ain't realized was, remember I told you about my goals was 3,000 before the end of the year. If I paid off all the accounts, it'd be 3,000. I ain't realized that until earlier today. I was like, "Dang, this is 3,000."
Yeah.
Once I paid accounts.
The power of goal setting, right?
Yeah,
Writing things down.
shorted myself though. I need to read
but
that.
that's how but that's how goal setting is, man. When you write things down or you have a plan, you have a goal set, you don't even have to think that you don't even think that you're hitting that goal because you're going on with your day-to-day life. But then you hit it. You hit it without even having to hit it because it's in you already. You've already took what was in your mind, you put it on paper, now your body reacts to it. Your mind and your body commits to the action of doing those things without you even having to. It's like effortlessly, like with us, we always write down our goals for the year. And then we just go about our normal lives. But every time we hit every goal that we set, you know, on that list for the year. And it's because the power is written, the power of writing things down is serious, man. And I didn't realize that until we were going through some sort of mentorship to where we were goal setting and writing things down and putting things into action.
Mm,
So that's powerful, man, that you wrote down that you wanted to hit that goal for the year. And here it is, 5 months into the year, and you've already achieved that goal.
yeah, in matter of 3 weeks, it looks like.
Yeah, exactly. And you're not even out of the class, are you?
Now I gotta take this test right now. That's what I'm looking at right now. I'm trying to take this test real quick because I procrastinated on this joint. So it's supposed to be done by tomorrow. So I'm trying to get it done tonight because I gotta work. I gotta go into work in probably like 2 hours.
See, that's amazing, man. That's amazing. You've hit $36,000 a year in 3 weeks, and you're
With
not
no
even out of the training class. That's
eh,
crazy.
no experience, no nothing. I just got in there and did the basic stuff, and then it's crazy because the money that I used for it was for my camera, my new camera, and I had that camera in a couple months.
That's right. That's right. So now you got the best of both worlds. You've achieved your goal, you've hit your goal, and now you've gotten your camera back as well. The money that you're using for the camera, you've gotten
Yeah,
it back as well. So Man, I hats off to you, man. I'm very
Yeah,
proud. I'm proud of you taking massive action and you're hitting your goals. And it's only the sky's the limit, man. Especially when you start tapping in to the Jersey side. You're working out of Pennsylvania, but Jersey is wide open to you.
yeah, that's what. And I actually, I went through another company for some leads. They provide leads in New Jersey. Um, and that's what I'm about to.
Yeah,
I'm there. The thing was when I originally started Jampo, it's just to learn the process.
that's right.
I walk with like the sales agent that's in this area in the PA area that handle the PA. I understand how you talk to the clients and how you do like inspections and stuff like that. And that's what I wanted to do. I just wanted to learn his process and learn what he was doing. And now I could just transfer that stuff to New Jersey
That's
and
right.
just and then I have best of both worlds because I'll be in PA with Jam Pro and then New Jersey on my
But
own LLC.
but
So
guess what? Guess what? When you go out to New Jersey, you can use JanPro as your reference
oh
because
yeah.
they don't have jurisdiction in Jersey. So they would have to say, yes, he's a business owner in PA and he's outstanding in PA. So now that transcends over to Jersey for you. So when you're going to get those contracts in Jersey under your other LLC, you're in the best of both worlds because that other LLC will stand up for itself because you own a business in another whole state, you know. So it's you're in a powerful position, man. You're in a
Yeah,
definitely
so
powerful position.
what I did was in PA, I did a foreign LLC. A foreign LLC is basically a LLC outside of the state that you currently live in. So I had to do a foreign LLC for PA, and then the LLC. So they both are pretty much the same, but one is to do business in PA, the other one is to do business in New Jersey.
That's what I'm
So
saying. See now, man, you could play you playing both sides of the fence, bro.
yeah, and they right across the bridge from each other.
You're gonna be killing it in a minute.
Yeah. So I'm still learning though. I'm still figuring it out. Once I figure it out, we're gonna stay in touch. We're gonna stay locked in.
But
Then
that's
we
the
just gonna
ultimate goal. At the end of the day, I will say this about JanPro. At the end of the day, you want to outgrow JanPro.
oh yeah.
You want to outgrow JanPro because although they say they don't have caps on your salary, they do. They'll cap you out. They'll cap you out based on not growing. You know, they have other franchise owners that's coming in, that's
Oh
wanting
yeah.
contracts. So they have to cap you out. You know, you can hit 300, 400, 500,000 with JanPro, no problem. But at some point, they're going to cap you out because they got to try to spoon feed everybody else that's coming in, you know.
Oh yeah.
But with
And I,
this other business, there's no cap on it.
oh yeah.
There's no cap on it.
Yeah. And I've been digging into it too. I've been writing down companies that I just drive by, see a company, I write it down. As soon as I get that language correct when I make my calls, I'm gonna I mean, as soon as I always study before I go in to do anything. So I want to make sure my language is right. Make sure I studied cold calling for a cleaning company. So I'm just building it. So once I figure it out, I'm gonna definitely jump in there and start making my own calls, and then also hire this lead company too. So
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely, man. Man, hey, it's a beautiful thing, man. I'm glad that, like I said, you know, you and a bunch of other people, man. It's just about taking action, man. The
oh
sky's
yeah,
the limit. The sky's the limit, man. With this business, just taking action is the hardest part. A lot of people talk themselves out of business.
yeah.
You know,
They quick to talk themselves out of
yeah, they,
business.
yeah, they talk. They say, "What if it don't? What if it fails? What if it? You know, what if I lose my money? Or what if it
Yeah,
don't
I
work out?"
agree. I was like, I do that too much for nothing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's about the mindset, man, and that's what I want to start teaching on is the mindset because your mind have to be right because there's
Oh,
other things outside of Jam Pro that you might want to get into. I mean, Jam Pro is a tough business, but there's things out here that's tougher, like real estate. That's tough. You know, it's not. You know,
Jamper
these
might
group,
do.
huh?
If Jamper might be the easiest thing, really,
Exactly.
because giving you contracts, you ain't going out there looking for contracts. They giving them to
Exactly.
you. They take money off of it, but they giving you contracts, and you can just do your own thing too. So that's
Exactly.
something you can just always have in the background. Like they gonna give me this. If I wanted it, I take it. If I don't, I don't. But as long as you keep that machine working, and then you start doing your own thing, you start to combine. What is it? Combine. Combine.
Yeah. I mean, but like I said, man, if people can't do Jam Pro, there's and like I said, we do have to do a self accountability.
Oh yeah.
We have to be accountable for ourselves because, like I said, I had a young lady. She was saying it was the worst decision, she ever made, and I'm asking her like why, but she never responded. So, like I said, it's an accountability thing, man. I mean, hell, when I first got started in the business, me and my wife would tell you we wanted to quit. We wanted to quit, man. I mean, we had one lady that just rolled us every day we cleaned her building, but we wanted to quit. And but the why was stronger, man. We rather deal with her those 2 hours than to ever have to go back to work for somebody else, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when you get to that point, man, it's just like willpower, man. You just gotta will yourself through. You know, everybody gonna want to quit. There's some good days and there's some bad days, but guess what? Our good days outweigh our bad days. So with that being said, man, I wouldn't trade my life for no other person's life. I wouldn't. Because guess what? I get a chance to get up whenever I want to get up. I
Mm.
get a chance to travel wherever I want to go. I get a chance to spend time with my children every single day. Now, I was a contractor. I worked overseas. I couldn't see my children but 2 times a year.
Oof.
And my son was 2 weeks old when I left to go overseas. 2 weeks old. I didn't really get a chance to know my son until he was 4 years old.
Oh wow.
That's real talk. So I don't trade the power of being free. Like I tell my wife has been retired since she was 32 years old.
Oof.
She has not worked a job since she was 32 years old. Now, how many other 32-year-olds can say that they're retired?
Not that many.
You know, and that's the lifestyle that Jam Pro afforded us. Now, Jam Pro is not the only thing we do, but Jam Pro was the catalyst to get us into other things within our life. So I tell a lot of people, man, don't quit. Don't quit on yourself. You're not quitting Jam Pro. Jam Pro is still going on. You quitting on yourself.
Yeah.
You quitting on yourself, man. So I applaud you, man. You 3 weeks into the business. You got 3 contracts. You're making $3,000 a month in your contract, man. And you're not even out of your training class yet. That's crazy. You're not even out of your training class. So I applaud you, man. My hat's off to you, man, because you're killing it up there in Pennsylvania.
Oh man, thanks, man. I need to figure out somebody with these answers to these questions. I gotta get to work soon.
Sorry, I had technical difficulties earlier.
That's module 4.
I don't know, man. It's been 7 years, and I know those tests have changed since we've taken that class.
Yeah, it's not that bad. I just procrastinated. I still work my job and still gotta go to these accounts every night.
Yeah.
So I'm barely getting sleep.
Oh yeah, man. It's
So I
gonna
gotta
pay off though. Trust me. It's gonna pay off.
X consequence. How's New York Jam Pro? That we got what's his name?
Hey Gerald, unmute yourself.
Oh, sorry, I had technical difficulties earlier. You can hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I think Brandon wanted to ask you a question about New York.
Yeah, how New York
Right.
going?
I'm only had one contract for the middle of the 16th of October. But I mean, besides the complaints which you said before, it gets better when you just keep going through it. You know, because what you were saying before about, you know, when Pharrell was saying, Pharrell was saying, you know, you wanted to quit before because maybe was complaining every day. I was getting that at first, but the more you keep doing it, you keep what you're doing, you know, you won't hear it as much. I mean, you just gotta want more than the complaints that they're giving you. So, you know, adversity is like the hardest thing I would say is gonna go through complaints. But if you keep on going at it, you know, it gets better. You know, you can't please everybody. Some people that complain, because they have nothing to do with you, what they feel inside. You know, there's enough company always saying. That doesn't always mean that they're wrong, but some cases, some people just want to look for something. If you see something wrong, you know, like you said, just tweak it, attack it, see what the complaint is, and things get better over time.
Yeah, and that one of the main things I try to do is just try to be real nice to the person, the point of contact. So I just like stay a solid communication with them. Anything they might need to do, anything that might not even be on the contract. I received was so bad, it was just like it was almost done. Like I just stayed in contact with them. Yo, what do y'all need done? Do y'all need this done over here? And I just always did the extra. Always went the extra mile to let them know that I care. And they gave me a store discount. They made me an employee discount. Employee discount at the place. So it was just gotta have good communication.
Yeah, you're right. Communication is key, but sometimes what I learned because I work in the hospital, sometimes it's not you. If somebody left and you're taking on the mantle of what they did, sometimes if you're not that person, they can't see. You know what I mean? Sometimes they look at it as they want exactly what that person did before.
Oh,
Because I used to work in a mental health clinic, and everybody that's come after I left, they kept complaining. And I told the housekeeper, I said, it's not your fault. They're used to what I did before. Sometimes people won't accept somebody new. But you just be the best version you can
be. Yeah.
Because some of the contact you take in is somebody that did it before. That doesn't mean what you're doing is bad. Some people just can't accept the change. But you know, always listen, like you said, and see what the complaint is and communicate. And, you know, communication key. And what happens too, a lot of contacts are after hours. So if they're not seeing you doing it, it's almost like you didn't do it at all in some cases. And what you said before, Pharrell, is that you know, take pictures is key. So I remember you said in your last thing that you said, you may have done the work, but because somebody, you know, messed up what you did, then you look at it as if you didn't do it at all. So I started taking pictures. That's one of the first things I did.
That is definitely an effective way to run your business, is to take pictures of your work. That way they can't question whether you did the work or not, because there's like we have a contract in the industrial. It's an industrial a manufacturing company. So you have 70 people on one shift that are using 3 stalls throughout the whole building, one set of bathrooms throughout the whole building. And they blame the cleaning people on not the bathrooms looking the best. But you have 70 people. Now, this is a paper mill. This is a paper plant that deals with ink all day long, that have ink on their shoes all day long. So, you know, you definitely want to take pictures of your work. Those were that was one of the deals with me, is I had to get my guys to start taking pictures of their work to show the plant manager that they were actually in there cleaning. You know, hey, We shoot an email to them and say, hey, this is how your bathroom looks at 6 a.m. before shift change. And then, you know, he can go in there and gauge how the bathroom looks now at 9 a.m. when shift has changed, and he can see the difference. Hey, now I can't talk about the cleaning team. I got to talk about my people. I had to have my people accountable for what they're doing to destroy the bathrooms in those 2 hours or 3 hour time frame. You know, so that was one of the things that we've implemented in our way we do business here in my city. So definitely you want to think about incorporating picture taking in your business.
Yeah, in Jam Hub, you could actually put it in there. You know, when you take pictures, you could actually add it to the app. I know I did it on my phone, but I know there's a way you can put it on the app.
Yeah.
Jam Hub.
Yeah, you can upload them to Jam Hub as well. That way everybody will be engaged on what the facilities look like.
And then we got to keep in mind too that because some people work since after COVID, a lot of people don't work every day. So when somebody else is seeing, they not be seeing. You know what I'm saying? So let's say you do the contract on Monday, and they mess it up Monday, and another person comes on Tuesday. Well, to them, it's like nobody did anything because some people are working off shoot. You know, some people may work 3 days or 2 days a week. So you know, it's only as good to them as the last time they saw it. And if they only pay for two cleanings a week, then you know they can't expect it to look, you know, the same day he does for 5 days a week. You know, average, you know, money off hours money through Friday, 9 to 5. But what I was telling Pharrell, what I want to do is I want to get a business credit card and hire some people on so I can pay it off early. Because I'm only going to do 1 day a week from now, because I'm already working 40 hours on Mount Sinai, please. So there's a lot for me to do that and go to the gym and get my body right. So you know that's my course of action right now. But I'm still going to do the Tuesdays for cash flow. But instead of owning Jamco as much as possible, I'd rather go with the business credit card because of the interest is going to be lower. It's only 23% and 10%. If I could get interest free for over a year, 2 months, I'd rather just do that. Then, you know, own Jamco is more money than I do.
But yeah, definitely, man, definitely. That's a good solid plan. Hey, I gotta wrap this thing up. I got about a minute left on this Zoom. I just wanted to hop on, man, and answer anybody's questions. I wanted to try to start doing some live Zooms and some live streams to where it's more interactive and I can get some people on to actually interact with me. So hopefully we can start doing these at least once a week. That way we can get some interaction going. And just talk about your week. Talk about your week in your business. You're gonna have some highs, some lows. But you know, that's what we're here for, man. Trying to build a good tribe to where we can lean on each other and maybe help each other help each other grow our business and grow our minds together, man. Because I
And
don't
motivate
know everything.
each
Exactly.
other.
I don't know everything. I may need to lean on you guys for some motivation, you know. But you know, just building a tribe of like-minded individuals to help each other grow, man. So I applaud you guys for jumping on tonight. We're gonna start doing this weekly. Um, Looks like Thursdays are the best days to jump on. So we'll
Yeah.
probably start doing these every Thursday night.
One quick thing before you go, I was also saying if you know anybody that's in New York and they need any information, I'll give them to the best of my ability. I like to give people knowledge if they need it. They may know something I don't know.